That's good. That's very good.
So the skillet arms is that coverall, really, of anything martial, where you're riding a horse with one hand and you've got a weapon in your hand. So I'm Jonny Browne, also called Buster. I started work here in 1999, last millennium, and I worked here full time for 5 years, and I learned all the skills in the basics while I was here. And that's fighting from the ground in every sort of manner of way, from Elizabethan, Georgian, all the way through, and then also on horseback. We brought cavalry to life from the Roman period all the way to the First World War. And the riding part hasn't really changed much. It's the equipment, the swords, the weaponry that has changed. And that is actually how it is in history. And being able to do it full time for 5 years, that's a lot of time that you can spend getting quite good at the skills. And that is the joy of working here at the museum. You just get paid to improve yourself through the martial arts and horsemanship. Brilliant.
Very nice.
Skillet arms, yeah, that is a coverall expression for anything that you're going to do on horseback with a weapon in your hand. Whether that be jousting or the skills that would be practiced to get to the jousting. So anything where you're going to hit a target with a sword or a lance or fire a pistol or shoot a bow, those things are just totally invaluable when it actually comes to hitting another moving target. That changes the game as well. So the skillet arms is that coverall, really, of anything martial, where you're riding a horse with one hand and you've got a weapon in your hand. So again, it's a good visual aspect of genuinely how a knight would train for jousting and war. All those targets, whether it be a vegetable or a quintain or a ring, they are that scale and the old saying is aim small, hit small, and you focus then. And when it comes to the joust, that's what you're looking to hit. And that's what a ring is. That's what a cabbage is. That's how big the quintain is, and it all fits there or there. And you just hand, eye, horse coordination. Anything that involves a target and then a weapon system, if you like. And again, swords, what we tend to do with a sword is a cut. And again, if you think about this, if you can get a cabbage or an apple or a lemon, anything that is going to give you a target to focus on, ride past, hit. But the key to these things are doing it in a manner that if you miss, in reality, you could guard yourself. Yeah. Because you've always got to think that these targets represent an opponent. And whatever the target is, there's that air of realism that you want to put in. So a thrust, make it a true thrust with a technique that would work in reality. That's what we learned here at the museum in the 90s and the early thousands, really, reality first. So these targets have got to mean something. And then, as I say, once you've hit a target, a head cut, and then a thrust into the heart, we can then pick up lances and pick up rings. And those rings, when they blow in the wind, they move and they're small, but they're that small. And again, it's focusing the mind, the body, the hand-eye coordination. And it really, really tests you. You've got to remember with a ring, the target is the hole, not the ring. Because if you look at the ring, you'll hit the ring. I don't want to hit the ring, I want to carry the ring. So the target is always the hole. This is the target, which makes it difficult because that is ever shifting. And that fuzzes the mind. But again, if you think of armour and you're looking to hit that, it's catching the sun, it's catching the clouds. It's that sort of thing. So the ring is a really important skill to try and hone. Some days are good, some days are bad. And then obviously the quintain, that really gives you the power with a lance. Because if you don't hit it correctly in a good line, with good technique, at the right speed, you fluff it. It's just tink, tink, and that's the most disheartening sound in the world, dink. You know, because you know you've timed it wrong, the horse has stepped out, you've not got that right. So perfecting again that technique, lowering the lance steadily and calmly and nicely into that target. So it's in position as you hit, in the correct place, and the horse is in that perfect line, and you just drive that lance through the target. And hopefully you'll get that boom, and that's fantastic. So horsemanship, this is the key to literally everything. A horse is a platform to fight from, and it always traditionally was. If you're going to be a cavalryman of any period, that is your fighting platform. So it has to respond and react to what you want as though they were your own legs. A centaur in Greek myth, half man, half horse. Ideally, that's what you're looking for with the horse. So I look to the right and look at the target, and the horse has picked up on everything I've just done, and we're going there, we're heading there. And the ultimate of that is literally just that light feel in your hands, and then seat and legs and focus. So it's a full body movement, and you sort of look with your belly button. So everything turns, and then you focus on that target with your eyes and your intention. And hopefully then the horse, if you work with it for long enough, will pick up on that, and it will go where you want it. And then you can forget about it. They are literally your legs. That is your set of legs that's working then. You can now concentrate fully on that target and hopefully hit it. Always the horsemanship. First, at least, the first part of the horse, and then the environment within that. Because obviously this environment that we're sat in right now, with a city all around us, 800 or 1,000 people to one side, 20 or 30 people in the tilt yard. That's environmental things that you've got to always take into consideration with the horse. And then get what I got you, get the horse to give you the platform, and keep that communication, and not let those outside influences influence the horse in the wrong way. And then it's whatever you get in your hand, whether sword, lance, spear, bows and arrows, then that's operating the weapon system. And the more you practice with all of those with your boots on the ground, the better. Then you combine the two. And the combination of the two is the really important part. And this is where most people can struggle, the combination. They might be a good archer and an okay rider, but you've got to be a brilliant rider and a good archer, and then things will go. But knowing which part is lacking, you can then get better at one or the other and keep working on this. But it is a continual work in progress.